The day is finally here. The day I get to marry my best friend and celebrate that union with our closest friends and family. I thought I would be nervous going into this day, but instead I'm finding that I'm just excited. We are surrounded by nothing but love and support, and I couldn't be happier. The only truly important thing today is that at the end of the day, we'll be married. Take it easy, enjoy it, and I'll see you at the altar. Love, Dan.
We made it, kid. Happy wedding day to you, my dashing groom. I can't wait to see you at the end of the altar and watch everyone else but you fade away. Won't be too long now. I'll be the one wearing white. Can't miss me. Love, almost Mrs. Sherman.
Rachel, it's a couple hours before our ceremony. I hope everything's going okay. I love you, and I can't wait to see you there.
And I just can't believe the day is here. It's felt like such a long journey and such a whirlwind all at the same time. I can't wait to marry him.
3 years ago, I met a woman at my job who made me feel feelings I'd never felt before. A year and 3 months ago, I asked that woman to marry me. 3 years is a long enough time to go through some pretty major life events. Getting COVID, changing jobs, breaking my ankle, avoiding getting scammed into buying a timeshare, and of course, planning a wedding. Throughout all those major events and every minor moment in between, you've been there with me. I would not be who I am today without you being in my life. I would still be Dan, but I wouldn't be this version of Dan, and I rather like how I turned out. I vow that from this day forward, you will never have to face life challenges alone. I will be there with you through every tense moment, every trial you face, every adventure we go on. I vow to inspire you, to challenge you to be your best self. I will never let you forget your true worth. I vow to love you as the woman you are today, the wife you'll be tomorrow, and the mother you may become in the future. I may not know what the future holds, but what I do know is that there is nobody I would rather experience it with.
You know when to comfort me, and you know when to give me space. But eventually, without fail, you always talk me down. You touch your forehead to mine and say, "Come back to me." And I always do. Your patient heart takes me exactly as I am. I used to think I was hard to love until you made it seem so easy. I can't wait to call you my husband and witness you be the best partner and father to our future family. Here's to our new beginning and whatever else God blesses us with after today. No matter what lies ahead, I will love you until my lungs give out, until my heart stops beating, and for an eternity after that.
Do you, Dan, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
And do you, Rachel, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
And so, by the power vested in me by the state of Maryland, and by your love and commitment, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss.
So, as I really look at you two, trading a life together. I feel very, very fortunate that the person who was so deep in so many of my formative experiences, whether or not that was gaming or adventures or other people, has such a wonderful part. I really want to thank you for that. Whether or not great things would happen for him. You know, we used to talk as kids and be like, well, when are we going to be able to graduate school or grab a car or, get a good job and find somebody who loves us? And I would like to point out, because I'm a little petty, that I was right. Every time I told you, you will find it. Because look at this, Dan. I really, everyone here is a part of that legacy of work that you put together. I think I speak for everyone when I say we can't wait for the Children DLC.
Okay, so you don't know I did this, but I looked back at the message conversations we had when you and Rachel first got together, and I have some quotes. On February 27th, 2020, Dan sent me a message that said, I need some advice. There's a girl at my work I like a lot. We get along super well, and she's come rock climbing with me 3 times. I'd love to ask her out. I think she's single, but we're on the same project team, so I don't want to all that up. As some of you know, me and my husband Devin met at our work, and you may not know that our parents, Dan and my parents, also met at work. So I'm not going to discourage the family tradition from continuing on. I asked Dan, has she gone rock climbing with just you and nobody else? If you know, you know. And he said all 3 times, just with me. A couple weeks later, Dan messages me again. Remember that girl from work I was telling you about? Turns out she's 9 years younger than me. But I still want to ask her out. Is that wrong? Me and Devin are 6 years apart, and our parents are 7 years apart. So Dan, competitive as always. So he messages me, I feel like we've been dating a few weeks, but I just asked her out and she said, what took you so long? And this made me like Rachel already. He continued, we bonded over SpongeBob memes. I've chatted with her at 1 a.m. and 2 weeks ago I thought, is it normal to talk to somebody for 4 hours in the middle of the night if you're not into them? I was very excited for Dan, and months later I came to Maryland with Devin and Edie, and we became fast friends with Rachel. Fast forward a few years and here we are, celebrating the beginning of your beautiful lives together. Dan, you're smart and funny, and you're reliable, and you're intelligent, and you're kind, and I've always known that you'd be a great partner for the right woman. I'm so excited to see what you guys do with this next chapter of your life. And Rachel, Dan literally could not have done better. I love you so much, both of you. To the beautiful couple, Mr. and Mrs. Sherman, congratulations. Cheers.